Arg! Howdy, pirates. This is Jenna of Cannacity Enterprises, and we have started a new venture, Jimmy and I. We are doing the whole storage auction pirate action. So we are treasure hunters, and we buy abandoned storage units that we then get the items inside, sell anything that's valuable, anything that's potentially valuable, we fix up and flip, and then we'll donate the rest or give it back to the owners. So it's been really fun. We've only been doing it for about a month and a half so far. Today is March 6th. We've only been doing it since January 25th, but we've already gotten 8 units. So we just jumped right in, just feet first or head first. What's the phrase? I can't remember. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't want this video to be like 5,000 years long. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, this is our eBay page. Well, our main one. We also have just regular. You take out the .fun, regular Cannacity, and this is our other one. And this one is brand new, so we don't have very much stuff on it because our limits are still low. But the other one is up and running. I've had it since 2002, and I have 202 feedback score, 100% positive. So you can trust buying from Cannacity. Anyway, okay, so let's show you what we're doing today. Okay, Jimmy found this unit. It would be our 9th unit if we get it, but we've never heard of this before. It's called a non-lien manager special. So let's go ahead and take a look at that and talk about it. Okay, so we have storagetreasures.com, and that is where we get all of our storage units so far, where we have gotten them so far. It's an online, most of the storage facilities in our area do everything online, either through bid13.com or storagetreasures.com. We don't have a lot of options for in-person auctions very often. It's, maybe once a month, usually less than that from what I've been seeing. So anyway, there was one in February, but we didn't end up making it to it because we had just purchased our 8th one, and it's been a doozy. So we weren't ready to take any ones on at the end of February yet. But he found this one, and it is quite interesting. Now, apparently, if it's a storage unit with a lien, then a tenant had it and was renting it out, put all their stuff in it, didn't pay their bill. They were warned, they still didn't pay it, and then the unit goes to auction. And then, I would buy it, and I would now own everything that's inside. And I have 72 hours to clean everything out, usually pay some kind of cleaning deposit. Everywhere here has either been $100 or $200. Most places are $100. You pay that, and as soon as you have everything out of it, you sweep it clean with a broom, and you get your money back. So that's been just a really simple, easy process working with the different facilities with that. They give your money back, no problem. I was kind of, worried about that a little bit, but they are great about it. So, and they're not super picky with how you clean. Like, you're not having to scrub it. You're just having to do a good job of sweeping it. So anyway, okay. On the other hand, you have non-lien units or manager specials. Supposedly they're very similar and kind of like interchangeable names, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Anyway, this would be when a tenant has rented a unit, but then it is agreed that they voluntarily, either because they can't pay for it or maybe through the family because the tenant passed away or whatever. They relinquished all their rights to the unit to the facility, and then the facility is auctioning that off. That's one way. Another way is that the facility has taken different odds and ends pieces from different units, stuff that was left behind, put it all in one unit and is auctioning that off. A lot of the time, from what I understand with managers specials like that, they've been picked through. There's not a lot of valuable stuff left in it. I don't know. It makes me really nervous to bid on one like this because I've just heard all negative things. But I also have been told and taught by Jeremy of What the Hales that you bid on what you can see. So if you can see something of value, regardless of what kind of a unit is, and you know that unit it is, and you know that that piece could pay for it, then it might be a worthwhile bargain because everything else is gravy. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. I did call the facility this morning. Jimmy called them yesterday. They didn't give him a whole lot of information. I called them this morning and she was kind of stinky with me. I don't quite know what her issue is with giving out information, but anyway, maybe she's just gotten a lot of phone calls about it and is tired of answering questions. But this unit apparently was owned by a tenant and was given up voluntarily. So it either was the people died and the family said, hey, we, don't have any claim to this stuff, and we're just going to relinquish it to you guys to auction it off. We're not, they're not responsible for the bill. So that could be a very real possibility of what happened here from what she was describing to me on the phone. She said that the stuff has been here a really long time. She doesn't know how long, but she said that all that she knew about it was that it was there for a long time. As far as she knows, nobody had been in it. She's the one that cut off the lock, took the pictures, and put it up on Storage Treasures. So that's about all the information we have. So we'll go ahead and look at the pictures and do a little bit of profiling here. So what's the first thing you notice? I notice all of these cobwebs. It looks gross and disgusting, but that also means that it could have been there for a really long time for all of those cobwebs to form. Also, you can see all of this dust on top of this dresser here, and it looks undisturbed. So it doesn't look like anyone has necessarily been in here. However, there is another picture that I'll show you real quick before we go on with the profiling that kind of concerns me a little bit. Right here, if you can see where my cursor is, there's almost looks like a little fingerprint mark in the dust. So that's almost like it's been disturbed a little bit. Now, I could be totally misreading that. Maybe that's just how it formed, or maybe something's on the dresser there that prohibited dust from forming. Who knows? But the fact that the reason it worried me is because also on the box over here, you can see another kind of like handprint looking thing. And so I'm thinking maybe somebody put their hand on this side, their hand on this side, and simply climbed over this to go and look in all these boxes. So that does kind of worry me a little bit, but that could be just a conspiracy theorist thing going on. So who knows? Anyway, let's take a look at the pictures a little bit closer. All right, so we talked about the cobwebs. The dresser looks like just a cheaper particle board type of dresser, but it looks like it's in really good condition once it was dusted and polished up with some pledge. I don't see a whole lot of scratches too badly, and I don't see anything structurally wrong with it, at least not from the two sides that we can see and the top. So actually looks pretty good. Could maybe sell for in our area, maybe 30. That would be probably a fair assessment. Okay, and then we have a wardrobe box, which who cares? There's not going to be anything in there that I care about, but the box itself I can actually use, so that's a bonus. We've got some chairs here. I do have a lady that's looking for a chair, so I might check out the size of that if we were to win this one, just to see if either of those would fit what she's looking for. But if she doesn't want it, I don't know what else I'd do with it. It probably wouldn't go for very much. What else do we have? I see 2 lamps back there and a suitcase down here. A few things. It definitely does not look disturbed unless this was staged, which is always a possibility, but that's again a conspiracy theorist in me. They could have put these cobwebs there to make it look like it hadn't been disturbed. But because Jimmy's over there making comments, Peanut Gallery, I have watched videos on it, and they've talked about it, that they've actually, and I've read forums about people that do what we're doing.
You are too much faith in the intelligence of the mass population.
Well, when you hear it over and over, there's got
Yeah.
to be some truth to it. Okay, maybe not. That's stretching it. I'm too smart for that. Anyway, okay, so there's this suitcase here, and that can always be intriguing, but you should never bid on a unit based on a suitcase because we have found out the hard way after paying $82 for a suitcase that it had nothing but the smelliest old, like dirty, I don't even know what it was covered in. It was just gross, dirty, and it smelled so bad. The whole thing was just those clothes. Just terrible. Oh, and then some drugs at the bottom. Let's not forget that. That was fun. So, yeah, don't make that mistake. So, this would, if there's anything in it, would be a bonus because I'm not willing to bid based, for this unit based on the suitcases because that's too risky of a bet, too risky of a gamble. The fact that it is covered in cobwebs makes me feel good because one, it's at the front of the unit, like maybe they kept important stuff in there that they wanted to be able to access easily but keep safe in a storage unit, I could hope for. I don't know. And two, because of the cobwebs, it hasn't been disturbed. So it hasn't probably been looked through or rifled through since whenever it was put there. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And then we have this humongous couch, which normally I would run away from, but this one has really interesting colors that are in high demand in our area, I've noticed when shopping around and just kind of doing market research. So that would be a really positive thing to where as long as it's in as good a condition as it looks like it's in, that could sell for a lot. Now, I will also bring up in another picture, in this picture, right there. Okay, so do you see this kind of like China hutch display cabinet thingy? This is a nice dark wood that obviously not a real expensive piece, probably like IKEA or something, but a very nice looking piece. It looks like it's in great condition and it looks like it would match that couch like beautifully. Also, Jimmy pointed out that there are some like parts of a table in one of the pictures. I can't remember which one, so I can't really show you, but that look like they go with these basket pieces. Like maybe it's a whole living room set. So that would be interesting. And even if they're not supposed to go together, if they match together or, look good together, then we could sell them together and, get quite a bit for that. Those kind of sets could go, for 500 around here. So, and if that China hutch is actually a China hutch and, is in good condition, that piece alone could be $500. So this could be a really profitable unit if, our bid was low enough to make sense. I don't know what this round thing is. Jimmy saw a leaf somewhere, so he's thinking that there's a dining room table of some sort in here, so that might be the table, but it looks really strange to me, so I don't know. There's also two vintage Samsung TVs. Not quite sure what that's about. I looked them up on eBay, and I think they were going for like $50, something like that. One of them sold for like 85, but it was a little different than this. So the one that looked like this one sold, I think, for like 53. So still not bad. And then we have this nice looking shelving unit that looks like it's in good condition, which we can always use shelves around here for all the inventory. And on it is all of these nicely neatly packed looking boxes. And then we have a suitcase, which of course is very intriguing. And I love the fact that it's pink. And there also was a blue suitcase that I forgot to mention in another picture, but I'll go back to the pictures in a minute. We also have this trunk, which is fascinating because it's on the top of the shelving unit. So you would think that that would mean that it's not that heavy. But at the same time, what would you put in a trunk that's worthwhile? I don't know. You put worthwhile stuff in a trunk, right? Unless it's just like a bunch of old dolls or clothes or something, that would be disappointing. one thing that does worry me is it says Christmas tree stand right next to here, and I don't want a whole bunch more Christmas stuff. We have Christmas stuff coming out of the roof. So I don't know. We just have to hope. But that's why I would not be bidding on it just for the boxes, because who knows what's inside. It could be treasures or it could be trash. Um, Hopefully nobody has climbed through this little section right here to check on the boxes before putting it up for auction. But according to that girl, she cut the lock off herself. So it sounds like it's pretty safe to think that it hasn't been tampered with. Before I made that phone call, though, I wasn't very sure. Okay, so here we have a little bit closer up of the couch. And as you can see, it does look like it's pretty clean. I don't see any rips. I see some lamps back there that looks like they've been wrapped up to keep them safe, which means that they obviously are nice enough for the people to care about them, to wrap them up. There looks like there's a little bookshelf or entertainment center of some sort, maybe a printer stand. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of little seat, ottoman type of thing. And then like a pillar thing down here on the bottom. Looks interesting. Not quite sure what that could be. Some kind of little table. In the cylinder thingies here are obviously probably some kind of posters or tapestries. So those could be interesting and possibly worth something if they're collectible. And we have another suitcase. So we have 3 suitcases, lots of really neatly placed on shelves, not stacked on each other, crushing each other, anything like that, but really nice looking boxes, some nice looking furniture. This, and now that I've heard the story behind the unit, I'm really starting to more seriously consider it. So I'll give you a little bit more close-up pictures of the unit. There's a little table down there too. That looks like a chair, like almost a dining room chair. So maybe there is a dining room table in here somewhere, and possibly more chairs to go with it. There could be stuff hidden behind that bookshelf that we can't see. So once again, you can't bid on stuff that you can't see because that's a big gamble. I mean, you can, but you're taking a risk. So we're trying not to do that. But yeah, this looks pretty good. So I did go ahead and bid 120 on it. It was at 110. It was 70 when we found it. And I got the email saying that I was a high bidder. And then 5 minutes later, I got bid again. You're not the high bidder anymore. You've been outbid. So now it's up to 130. I'm not going to bid again. I just wanted to see if anybody had any proxies set up. And I don't know if they do or not, but they're obviously watching it because they're not wanting to lose it. So it has a day and 22 hours, and it is a 10 by 10. The cleaning deposit is 100. Clean out time is 72 hours. We don't have sales tax here, and you can only pay in cash. So those are the rules. They say that it appears to contain a dresser, boxes, table, and chairs, which, okay, so they mentioned that there's a table. So that might be what that weird looking round thing was. And then couch and luggage. So pretty much everything that we've seen. So what we'll probably do, because we've made the mistake before of bidding too early and getting too excited about it, and then probably buying it for more than what we needed to. So now we're kind of playing it a little bit safer by waiting until the auction's almost over, and then seeing what things are and reassessing, seeing where the bids are at and reassessing it. So anyway, that's about it for this one. And I will, the next time that you hear from us will be in a couple days when I record again, if we have decided to buy it or not. So I will show that process if we do decide to buy it. And then we'll record everything from that point on, of going and checking it out and moving it and going through it and unboxing and figuring out what kind of treasures might be inside. Okay, so until we talk to you later, bye. Hey guys, okay, so there are 20 seconds left. It was supposed to end at 10, but now it's ending at 10:09 because people keep bidding in the last 3 minutes, and when you do that, it extends it. Um, anyway, it's down to 8 seconds, and the current high bid is $920. So as you can see, we decided not to go for this one, and it's over. Oh, did someone actually just bid again in the last second? Did you see that? Wow. Yeah, soft close still. So now it's going to end at 10:12 and we'll see what it gets up to. But we are not the high bidder because it got up to 210 and we started getting iffy about it, and then it got up to 310. We're like, okay, well, we wouldn't go over 350. But then we went to bed. We came up this morning and it was at 4 something, 430 or something like that. And we're just like, nope, we're cutting our losses. So it looks like a great locker, but we can't put that much of an investment into it, not knowing if we would be able to recoup that expense. So this one's not going to work out for us, guys. I wish that we could have gotten it because I really would have liked to have seen what an actual manager special is really like versus all of the negativity that I've seen on the internet about it. Does it live up to the hype? Is it really that terrible, or is it possibly a diamond in the rough? You just never know. So I really wanted to find that out, and it doesn't look like we're going to find that out this time. So, oh well. But we will definitely, I'll keep an eye on this until it closes, and we'll find out what the final current high or the final high bid is. And then that'll be pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed kind of watching this first process of the bidding process. Since we don't do it in person, I can't show you what in-person auctions are like, so therefore I thought this would be a good way to show you what it's like when you do it online. So it is down to 37 seconds, and we'll see if this time it's going to be what I think. The reason why the high bid didn't go up, even though the soft close activated, is whoever the high bidder at 920 is set a proxy. They want to make sure that they're going to win that. So they set their, oh, there, did you see that? $1,010. So someone else bid and bid over the first guy's proxy. 4 seconds. Up. Yep. It's got another 3 minutes on it now. So anyway, as this continues to go through soft closes and extending the time by now 15 minutes over when it was supposed to end, I'll let you know what the final high bid is when it does close, and these two people, or however many, stop fighting over it. And in the meantime, this is what we are doing right now. So basically, if you guys enjoy this, we're planning on putting a lot of different videos showing this whole process once we do win them. Like I said, we've already gotten 8 of them, so we're pretty good at winning them. But up to, wow, look at it, it's just jumping now. $1,110. What are they seeing of value that's worth that much? Like, I could see that living room set going for probably 500. But are they they're buying based on what could be in those boxes, suitcases, and trunk. And you're just, oh, guys, that's just not the best strategy. I mean, you can do it if you want. We have done it, but we've kind of gotten bit by it. So I don't recommend it. And most other people that do this job or hobby or whatever you want to call it, most people don't recommend it either. So anyway, hopefully this will be the first of many videos about our storage auction adventures and our plane pirate treasure hunting. In the meantime, this is almost over, so we'll wait till this ends and then I'll sign off. See you soon. Yeah, Jimmy was just saying that without being able to see that much value in there, it just wouldn't make any sense financially for us to pay what would be over our rent for an entire month on one unit that we might not get the value out of it, back out of it. So this one is not for us. Down to 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, soft closed again.
Jeez, really?
11:30. Crazy.
I feel much better.
Sometimes you get so caught up in the excitement of the bidding that you go higher than you mean to. We'd be like, oh, we can go up to 1,500. It'll be okay.
Oh, what's $3,000? I'm sure we'll make that back.
Yeah. You'll be surprised if it goes higher than this. I'm surprised it's already this high. They have to be bidding on the dream. They can't possibly think that that furniture set and that plywood or particle board, dresser is worth $1,100. This is the highest that I've ever seen any of these auctions on storage treasures go for since we started this. There we go, and it's done. Final high bid 11:30. Crazy. Okay guys, so that is that. And stay tuned for more videos like this, but with us actually winning and unboxing and stuff. We do have storage units that we've already purchased left. In fact, a very big one that was what, 10 by 20? So we might be doing some unboxing of that. We're not really sure yet. Otherwise, we'll be doing some of our other units. And we'll definitely keep you in the loop. I don't know if this is something you guys are going to be interested in, but it's just one of the many things that we do here at Cannacity. So stay tuned. Let us know what you think. And let us know in the comments if this is something that you have ever watched, like Storage Wars or any other YouTubers or anything that's along these lines. Let us know. We're really interested to hear. And until then, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we upload again, and have a great day. Bye.